Nation, welcome to Manly Monday Live. Tonight, we're going to talk about optimize your success by eliminating 5 things. That's right, guys. I got some tips for you tonight, and I am so excited about being here. Thank you for joining in. I see Jared in the comment section. Guys, be sure and jump in the chat because it is so much more fun. I should lose the shades, huh? So much more fun when you guys get involved. And if you're on Facebook joining us and you want to have that nice little box over here, let's see if I can get it to show, right, where you can see who it is, then you can go to StreamYard.com/Facebook, and that will allow StreamYard to see who you are. If you won't care about having your icon on there, if you don't care about having your icon on there, that's fine. We still get to see your lovely faces. Hey, Shirley, thank you for joining us tonight. So glad to see you guys, and we are starting to build a crowd. And guys, if you want to join us live on air during the Q&A, which is a free-for-all, that's anything man, husband, and father that we talk about here on the Fallible Man, there is a link in the description of the video you're watching. You can click on that link and fill out a little form. That way I can send you an invitation if you want to join us tonight live. Otherwise, put a QQ around your question. It helps us see it in the chat, and be sure and tune in, guys. Hey, I'm feeling some music tonight. What about you guys? I like a little rock and roll. Let's bring that on in the background a little bit. I'll even turn it down. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the music? I like music. It keeps me hyped up. It keeps me going. And I am so excited because on tonight's show, there are 5 things all of us need to eliminate in our lives to optimize our success. Mine too. I'm including that list, guys. As you know, I don't pretend to be perfect. I know I got a lot of work to do, and I'm just sharing my journey with you guys and hoping to take some of you with me as we journey together to be the best version of ourselves. There are 5 things, guys, we need to eliminate in our lives together because you want to optimize yourself for success, right? You want to succeed in the things you do. I think we all do, and eliminating these 5 things will change your whole world drastically, and I am not exaggerating that, guys. So let's get into this show. Now, guys, be sure and jump in the comment section. Let us know what's going on. And we're going to jump right into this tonight, guys. The first thing that we need to get rid of out of all of our lives is complaining. Now, I know nobody wants to hear that because we all do it, right? We have all been guilty of complaining way too much. And so it applies to everybody. We all need to take some of that out of our lives. Complaining is an energy vacuum. It actually takes energy and time and emotional and mental capacity to complain. And all it really does is leave you kind of unsatisfied and drained with the situation. It doesn't fix anything. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't improve anything. It doesn't improve the thing or the person that you're complaining about. In fact, they may not know. And it doesn't add any benefit to your life. All it does is just drain your time and your energy, which are 2 of the most valuable currencies you have to be successful in your life. It is just a time suck, an energy suck. Is horrible, guys. It brings you down. It brings down the people around you, and that's just no fun for anybody. So the first thing we all got to work on, myself included, is we got to stop complaining because it's just not what's going to help your life. And it's not what's going to help you be successful. And we all want to be successful. Now, guys, be sure and shout out where you're from in the comments. If you're joining us in the chat, we love to hang with you guys. We love to see where people are coming in from. I got a couple of my regulars on tonight, and I'm hoping to see some more jump in. And hey, you know what? One thing I stink at is emojis in the chat, but you know what? You can get some really cool emojis going on. I was doing a live stream. I was attending someone else's live stream not long ago, and like there were fire emojis and drum rolls and all kinds of craziness. It was so cool. I'm not an emoji guy, but hey, if you're into emojis, share your favorite emoji in the chat with us. Who knows? It may be something really cool. There's some weird ones these days. Number 2, guys, I want to get into is over-consuming. Now, over-consuming is so easy in this day and age. I mean, it's just nuts. You can call it over-consuming. You can call it overconsumption. I'm not specifically talking about drinking. Absolutely, that's not what this limits to. I'm talking about overconsumption as a lifestyle. This goes back a long ways. We've all heard the old saying about everything in moderation. We live in a consumption society and time. I mean, there is so much to consume. Who's been guilty of binge watching Netflix? That would be me. I know I do that sometimes. Try not to. Who's been guilty of just, doing the scroll, the never-ending scroll on the phone, right? That would be me. Gotta admit it. We can overconsume so many different things. Now, a lot of people think of overconsumption as mainly an alcohol thing or a drug thing, but it's not. It's anything that you overconsume that interferes with the rest of your life. So, guys, I want to encourage you, get off the social feed, Netflix and chill a little less, watch less TV, put your phone down, put down the snacks, put down the remote, stop with all the sweets. There are so many things that we can get carried away with these days and just overconsume, and it is draining. It is ruining your life, and you may not even know it. Start asking what you can produce, not what you can consume, because those are the people who are achieving their goals. It's the people who choose to produce, create, and make, not the people who are consuming. In fact, if we talk about social media or news or stuff like that, right? The people that we're over consuming their lives are the people who are doing things. So I encourage you, cut back on the overconsumption. And you really may have to spend a little bit of time auditing your life to figure out what your particular thing is. It sometimes is hidden. It can be anything taken beyond a reasonable limit, right? You could be over consuming your me time. You could be over consuming crochet if that's your thing. Anything that starts rolling over and the set things you need to do in your way of achieving your goals can be overconsumption. So I challenge you to frame it in a bigger concept and stop over consuming in your life and get back to creating, producing, being active, and just changing things up in your life. I promise you, it is the way you achieve your goals, and it makes a huge, huge difference. And if you're feeling really brave in the comments, you guys can share with us what your particular overconsumption trigger is, right? Mine used to be television. I've gotten really good at trying to control that. It was television and video games. And I spent a lot of time staring at the TV, watching show after show, binge watching stuff, and a lot of time in front of the computer gaming. So that used to be a major overconsumption point for me. And it took a lot of time out of my life, a lot of energy out of my life, but it never gave me anything in return. So that is overconsumption. If you're brave, you can share. You don't have to. I don't want to put anybody on the spot tonight. But guys, it is time for the bat dance. Get up wherever you are. Stand up. Get up with me. Dance and move. It's good for you. The bat dance, I'm telling you. Okay, Batman, go away. Go away, Batman. Go away. Now, we love Batman on the show. Guys, number 3 is I want you to get rid of the excuses. The third thing that we need to eliminate out of our life is just how many excuses we have. We have them for everything. Hear the mighty we, guys. I'm not leaving myself out of this. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. This is just reality. I can think of several unflattering ways to say this, but my kids are watching, so I'll say excuses are like bums. Everyone has them. They all stink. Okay, we all have that excuse as to why we're not taking care of ourselves, why we're not eating healthier, why we're not working out, why we're not chasing our dreams, why we're not learning something, why we're not better. We all have them. Everyone makes them, and it's high time that we stop and just step up to the plate, own the moment, stop with the excuses, and step up and become who you want to be. You want to lose the weight? Great. Eat healthier, stop with the junk food. You want to get stronger or be healthier? Go exercise in some form. You want to get a better job? Stop with the Netflix and chill and get to studying and learning something that will make you stronger, better at what you want to do, guys. You all have goals. Excuses are the death of goals. So if you want it, you'll find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. It's one of my favorite sayings of all time. In fact, I even sell a t-shirt on my website that says precisely that. If you want it bad enough, you'll find a way. If not, you will find an excuse. McCarter's not on here, but he can tell you I will beat this saying into the ground. Because when he first started getting back in shape, I was down at the gym a lot, hanging out with him, trying to encourage him. And he'd tell me all the time, he's like, I'm just so busy. And I would just beat him over the head with his club. Probably not the best way to help a friend, but I live and die by this. It used to be my computer background. You will absolutely find a way if you truly want it. Now, Shirley's jumping in and sharing, saying, hey, excuses only work for those who use them. That's true. They don't work for anybody else. Guys, your excuses fall on deaf ears for most people. And so just stop. It's time to own up. It's time to take responsibility. You all know I'm a huge fan of extreme responsibility and extreme ownership. So step up, own it, and find the way, guys. If you want it, drop the excuses and go get it. It's time for you to come into your own and achieve the things you want to achieve in your life. Number cuatro. I rolled my R way too hard on that. Forgive me, all my Spanish-speaking friends. I blew that one. Number 4 is overthinking, guys. And overthinking is one of the most trying roadblocks in people's life. Paralysis by analysis is completely a real thing. And it's the crushing end to so many amazing ideas and dreams. It is absolutely amazing how many people or how many dreams have just been shortchanged because we thought about it, and we thought about it, and we thought about it, and then we worried about it, and we thought about it, and we worried about it, and it never got past there. Anyone who knows me will tell you that I am all for research and a well-laid plan. I don't think you should just wing it all the time, although there is a time and place for it, for sure. There's so many people get locked up on this whole research and planning, trying to make things perfect. One of my mentors in the space of YouTube, Sean Cannell, says all the time that you got to start messy. You got to punch fear in the face and just hit record. He's talking about YouTube videos, but his bread and butter is you have to start messy. Your first attempts are not going to be perfect. Your first attempts are not going to be your best attempts. You may not get it right off the bat. We get afraid that we're going to miss something. We get afraid that we're going to be unprepared or that we didn't plan it well enough or we're going to totally forget a piece. You have to stop at a certain point and just take action. Start messy. It's okay. I'm telling you right now, trust me, go back to the beginning of my YouTube channel and there are some really messy, crappy videos. And maybe you think they haven't gotten a whole lot better, but I can see the difference in the videos I made when I started and the videos now. And I may not be the biggest YouTuber in the world, but I have made progress. And it's because I started taking action. Well, guys, stop overthinking. Make a plan. You've done your research. And just start. You just got to start and act. We can't compare ourselves. I'm going to get ahead of myself. So stop overthinking it. Start making a plan or make it your plan and just get going. Blah, 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 blah. See, I'm getting all tongue tangled now. This is what happens when I get too passionate about something. Now, guys, I'm very serious. And I'm passionate about this one particularly because I'm horrendously guilty of this myself. I have let so many opportunities go by because I just dug in and kept thinking about it, and kept thinking about it, and kept thinking about it. And I just never pulled the trigger on it. So guys, stop overthinking, get rid of that in your life. Do your plan, trust the plan, get to work. It may be a little messy, but you're going to get there and you're going to get a whole lot farther than if you get hung up on it. Now, the last thing I want to share with you guys is the thought of comparison. You need to stop comparing yourself to other people. I mean, my goodness. And I hope you're liking the slides that we're running through here. I didn't want to spend time reading them to you because you guys can read the screen. Well, most of you guys watching can read the screen. But I try to dig in and pull some of my favorite quotes on what we're talking about tonight, guys. And this one is always a big one. We live in a time when it is so easy to compare ourselves to everyone and everything. It's all right there on your phone, bigger than life, available 24 hours a day. I mean, this is why Instagram exists. They may say it's a social sharing platform. But honestly, it's a measuring competition. It's everybody comparing everything. That's why people touch up their Instagram photos. I think is hilarious that people take the time and the effort to touch up the photos they throw on Instagram because no one actually cares. Like, seriously, no one truly cares. We all pretend we care and we all lust after things that don't exist. But they touch up photos on Instagram as bad as they touch up magazine covers and professional advertisements. You have one story. It's not someone else's story. It's not someone else's life. It's just uniquely yours. 100% yours. Someone else's story isn't you. It isn't the same as yours. And we get so weighed down by comparing ourselves to other people's lives that we don't even understand how bad it is hanging us up. I have no problem with looking at inspiration, okay? There is a time and place to look at photographs and things like that that inspire us, to look at people who inspire us, right? It's good to have mentors. It's good to have people who move you and inspire you. But leave it at that. There's a bunch of their story that you don't know about. Unless you know them deeply and personally, you're only seeing the highlight reel. And Sarah, if you go back, I think it's one slide. It says, I was introduced to this from Jeff Acuff. It's don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. And this is so true, guys. You know, I compare myself all the time, and it's something I'm trying to stop doing, right? There's another podcast that's similar to mine, and I try not to compare myself to his podcast. Why? He's doing great things in the space, and I respect what he's doing, but he's also put in 7 years and is way ahead of me on this. So I can't look at what he's doing and be like, man, why do I not have more followers? Why am I not more successful? Why is my podcast not having more downloads? He's been doing it for 5.5 years longer than I have. Comparing my journey with the Fallible man in my life to where he's at doesn't make any sense, but yet people do that every day. We look at Instagram, we look at YouTube, pick your social media, wherever you like to go. You look at the news and you see people who are at a different spot in their journey. There's only one you. You only have one life, and it's uniquely yours. And that's it. You can't compare your start to someone else's middle, guys. Stop comparison. Theodore Roosevelt said it well. Comparison is the thief of joy. Sarah just had that slide up a minute ago. It will absolutely rob you from loving your own life and loving the journey that is your story. Now, guys, I've thrown a lot at you pretty quick tonight. But if you can work on these things, go back and watch the video, write them down if you need to. If you can get rid of these habits in your life of complaining, of over-consuming things, of making excuses, of overthinking it, and comparing yourselves to others, then your journey will be incredible, absolutely amazing. Find a place where people are having conversations about the kind of things you want to do and the kind of places you want to be. If you want to make a lot of money, find people who make money and join those conversations. If you want to grow and improve yourself, join those conversations and it will help you grow. Surround yourself with like-minded people, but get rid of these 5 things that are blocking you from achieving success in your life. If you eliminate these 5 things, you'll be much more successful and your journey will be much more satisfying. Guys, I am so grateful of you taking the time to be here tonight and hanging out with us. I hope you're enjoying this. You can find us on so many platforms. It's unreal. I was on the Wisdom app the other day, and I had 80 people listening as we were talking about, well, I guess you'll have to jump on the app to find out. But guys, be better tomorrow because of what you do today. As always, I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on next week.